Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Yeah, rainy day, very loud outside. So no cleanups today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. It looks like we're gonna have 3 to 4 days of rain. And if you know anything about doing leaf cleanups, the day after it rains, when it's cold, you're not gonna get them up. It's going to be a nightmare. So I'm just going to take some time off before Thanksgiving and try to get you guys some good footage here. What we're going to do today is we are going to go over the HL94K, and I'm going to show you a little bit of maintenance tips on it. And so let's get into it. Okay guys, first thing, there's two fittings on this thing, okay? Two fittings. There's one at the bend and there's one for your blades. So I've got a T27. I bought those little things. I bought these from Harbor Freight, their Icon. I think I paid 30 bucks for them. So sorry about all the noise, but we're gonna take that out of there. Oops. And my buddy Ron Drake at Ron's Lawns Crystal River told me, he called me up and he said, Shane, do you notice that the machine makes a chatter noise? And I said, you know, it does chatter a little bit. He said, when that happens, you've got to use the grease and you got to grease it. So now this is not necessarily for the chatter, this is just for the bend. But I'm going to grease it anyway for you, so I'll be right back and I'll show you what I use. So this is genuine multi-lube from Stihl. This is the 80-gram tube, if you can see that there. And all I do is this tube basically screws down on there, screws into that fitting. There it is. And I just give her a nice squeeze. One thing Ron told me was, don't be fooled when you take the cap off if there's grease on this. And there's grease that you can see, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is greased inside. So you want to squeeze some out. There we go. We're going to put that back in there. And remember, it's a T27. So if you don't have one, get yourself one if you've got one of these machines. I just give it a nice little snug. Now we're going to turn it over, and right here you're going to see another one, and that is for your blades. So let's take that out of there. And this thing has dirt all over. Yeah, that is completely empty. So it was time to do this anyway. And it's really easy, guys. This stuff will just screw right in to the fitting. Well, there it is. And I just go from the bottom of the tube and push as much in as I can possibly push in, because you want to get that greased really well. And I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like in there, if you guys can see that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. And actually I bought this, I believe, 3 months ago, so I've only used half a tube, and I use that as well to grease my trimmers. So and I just, like I say, I just snug it up. I don't tighten it super tight, just snug it up. And then what I do is I kind of open it this way, pull my sheath off. Now, there's one thing I have found, and you can use whatever product you want, and you can say, Doc, I get tired of hearing about this, but I'm telling you guys that STRIKEHOLD cleans these so well, it's unbelievable. So we're going to open this up all the way. We have it sitting on the floor. I'm going to clean that off with a rag and some STRIKEHOLD, and then we're going to spray it, and then we're going to start this thing up so you can hear how much better it sounds than if you watched the video yesterday. You could hear it chattering. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use a rag. I'm just using a microfiber cloth. I'm just going to give it a little shot down through there, and then we're going to wipe this stuff off. You can see how well, maybe you can't. Let me give it another shot here. Let that set for a minute. And then I'll start wiping this down. And you can see how it cleans it. Remember, I have not cleaned this thing at all, so whatever I get off of it, I'm super happy getting off. And that's no water, that's just STRIKEHOLD. And it's really not to clean things so much as it is to lubricate. And I'm sold on it for the hedge trimmer blades, man, because these things get so much goo on them. It's crazy. So I'm going to spray the blades down. And I don't know if you guys can see how much cleaner that is already, but it's a lot cleaner. Remember, I don't do anything to these things. I just, use them, put them away. So we're going to start it up and see how she works. Not one bit of chatter, guys. So the only things you really have to do to these, besides change your air filter, and I'm not going to do that because it's only 2 months old, 3 months old, and I literally have only used it a handful of times. You have to grease this. When you hear that chatter, you must grease those 2 areas. It's imperative. I talked to Ron. Ron said, look, I had one before. I didn't grease it properly, and the head went out on it. So I had to get a new one. I think he had it for years. So definitely use the Stihl grease. Now, is grease? Yes, it is. But in this case, for what this thing cost, which was darn near 600 bucks, I'm going to use the Stihl grease. As far as you could hear how smooth those blades went, you can say whatever you want about this stuff, but guys are buying it, and this stuff is working. And I'm telling you, it's working, because we've got guys on this channel buying it, and I'm getting all good remarks back from it. This stuff is phenomenal, man. Tom Dobie did a video the other day where he used it on his trailer hitch. My trailer hitch on my F-150 froze solid. I hit it with the hammer, hit it with the sledge, sledged it for a good 15 minutes. And my wife said, hey, you got that STRIKEHOLD, why don't you shoot that in it? Shot it in there, waited 5 minutes, and was able to pound the ball back out, the ball and the receiver back out of the hitch itself. The stuff works, man. Down in the description, they did raise the price on it. I think it's 20 bucks. I think you have to spend $35 to get free shipping. But I'll put it down there in the description if you're interested in some. It's waterproof. It is a lubricant, a cleaner, a protectant for all metals. It also does not hurt plastics, most plastics. This is great for repairing your firearms. If you want to clean your firearms, my buddy over at Blades of Glory Lawn Care, Colin, he used it on his 380, and he said, dude, that thing never shot so good. It was that much of a difference after he cleaned it. So take care of your equipment, guys. Whenever you have time, all your equipment. This should be done for me, I do it every 2 or 3 months just because I'm using the stuff all the time. But I grease my mower once a week at least. And the guide calls for, the manual calls for 40 hours, but I'm greasing it every week. I want my stuff to last because I abuse my stuff doing work all day long. So if it takes abuse, I take care of it. This thing is phenomenal. I mean, you cannot, there is no way, okay, you're going to go wrong with buying this thing. And even on the cold mornings, it starts right up with 2 or 3 pulls. I love it. It's light, easy to handle. I'm telling you guys, if you're in the market for one, the HL94K is the one you want to go to. And if you guys have a lawn care business or a locksmith business, or you've got metal parts on your trailer that are rusted, STRIKEHOLD, man, I'm telling you, until you try it, you will not understand what I mean. Is it worth the extra money? Yes, it is. And you don't have to use a lot of it. It just takes a few drops. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Just something for me to put out on a Friday. And we got some toolbox tours coming too, guys, this winter. See, there's that little set I bought from Icon. That is a nice little set. I think I paid 28 bucks for that. Guaranteed for life. You can't beat it. Would I love for it to be snap-on? Of course I would, but Doc ain't paying $500 for that to be snap-on. I'll just tell you that right now. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you got questions, as a lot of people do all the time about different things, if you have questions, about equipment or how to repair it or how to maintenance it, I can help you only so much. But you can check out Tom Doby Motor Repair. I mean, and I'll tell you who got me to buy this. I'm gonna give that dude some props. Randall with Elite Landscapes Life Services, or Life Stories, sorry, Elite Landscape Life Stories. I saw him with it and I was like, dude, I gotta have that thing, because the way he was whipping it around, he was 100% correct. Makes a huge difference. So, guys, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. If you haven't joined the channel membership, please do so. We're going to be doing a Christmas giveaway for the channel members. We're also going to be live tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be me, Tom Doby, Randall with Elite, and Danny Lanier with Lanier Lawn Care. So guys, take care of your equipment on a rainy day. And as always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real, guys. I love you. God loves you. I've got a story tomorrow about God blessing our church and me and Sarah, and I think you're going to want to hear it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.